Take me out to the ball game. South Carolina starts the season with the weekend home opener against UNC Greensboro. Palmetto Rescue. See how the city of Columbia is making it easier for animals and shelters to get adopted. And a shot at love. A woman scores twice during halftime at a basketball game. Coming up next on Carolina News.
Live from the capital city, Carolina News brings you your news first. With breaking news and in-depth reporting. Up-to-the-minute weather. And all your sports news and highlights. It's all here, now, on Carolina News.
Hello and welcome to Carolina News. I'm Brewer Owen.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Danielle Williams.
This day comes once a year for Gamecock baseball fans. It's opening day and USC has just gotten underway against UNC Greensboro. Justine Palace has been at Founders Park checking out the atmosphere for the season opener.
You know, it's just an exciting time, and it's something very, very unique about the feeling that you have around opening day, and it's here. We are excited. Our players are bouncing off the walls, and it's just time to get started. And
it's not only opening day for baseball, it's opening day for baseball tailgating, too.
We have a motto, first arrive, last to leave, okay?
While some people just arrive a few minutes before the game, some people make tailgating an all-day event. What time did you get here this morning?
10 a.m. So we've been out here a few hours.
USC fan Chris Former takes tailgating to the team.
We actually feed the football team some during the season and off season. We feed the baseball team a lot.
They even show off some opening day memorabilia. Fans were excited to start off the season and continue their tailgating traditions. The Gamecocks are expected to have a good season this year after having a number 4 preseason ranking.
So we got our work cut out for us. It's a heck of a challenge this weekend. We'll need our fans, we'll need the home field advantage, and we'll need to play extremely well.
The energy is high here at opening day, and to go along with the tradition, Oot Oot will not be missing from this game.
Got to win one for Oot Oot.
These hard hats will be given out in honor of Bill Golding. There will also be a pregame tribute to Golding's dedication to the team, and an Oot Oot flag will be flying in the outfield. Justine Palace, Carolina News.
The Gamecock players and fans will continue their 3-game series tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Founders Park. With baseball coming back to Columbia this weekend, our Brian Solomon tells us what to expect this weekend for the season opener. Brian?
This weekend will be great to go out and watch some baseball. We have warm temperatures coming into South Carolina, and it looks like they're here to stay. This weekend we'll see mid-70s, and we might even see some showers Saturday. I'll tell you more about those showers later. Back to you guys in the studio.
President Trump is in South Carolina today. The president visited Charleston's Boeing plant this afternoon to get a look at the company's new 787 Dreamliner passenger plane. After a tour of the facility, President Trump was introduced by Boeing's CEO to give a speech to a crowd of spectators. The president told the crowd about his administration's focus on bringing jobs back to America, a talking point that was central to his presidential campaign last year.
We're seeing companies open up factories in America. We're seeing them keep jobs at home. Ford, General Motors, Fiat Chrysler, just to name a very, very few. So many more already. They're keeping and bringing thousands of jobs back in our country.
President Trump had a rocky relationship with Boeing since his election. In December, Trump took to Twitter to criticize the United States Air Force One deal with Boeing, causing the company's stock prices to drop significantly. Vice President Mike Pence is also traveling today. He is on his way to Germany with hopes to reassure European allies. This is his first overseas trip as vice president. Pence will travel to Germany to speak at the Munich Security Conference on Saturday. He hopes to soothe ruffled feathers and reassure European allies that they will still be valued under President Trump's foreign policy. Pence will also meet with German Chancellor Angela Merkel tomorrow, as well as with other European leaders throughout the weekend, to reiterate his message.
President Trump Donald Trump says he will issue a new executive order on immigration. This is Trump's second try to issue an executive order on immigration since taking office. Our Carolina News reporter Terrence Singleton has local reactions on the new order.
President Trump is working to push a new revised immigration ban.
This is the protection of the nation from foreign terrorist entry.
And some do not think it is the best way to go.
My concern is the path we are making people against each other. That's not the good path.
Dr. Tavakali, who is from Iran, was pleased to see the first ban lifted, but now he is uncertain.
We went through our legal system, and I was happy the court decided to, hold on that ban. But my concern is the new administration bringing new executive order.
And many others share Tavakali's concerns.
I feel like basically what they set out to do with their good intentions, they've learned nothing. They've done nothing but inspired mistrust with countries around the world and within America itself.
And that mistrust is what many people like Dr. Tavakali are feeling from this administration.
It's very unknown and what's going to happen, and it's not clear what policy is going to be implement in terms of, especially I am originally from Iran, from Iranian perspective here.
The people of the United States will be waiting to hear President Trump's next move. Carolina News, I'm Terrence Singleton.
President Trump's new revised executive order is expected to be announced by next week. President Donald Trump is tapping Mike Dubke as the White House Communications Director. Dubke is the founder of Crossroads Media Group, a conservative media firm that gained national attention during the 2008 campaign. Former Trump campaign official Jason Miller was originally sent to fill the position, but he stepped down on Inauguration Day, citing family reasons.
President Donald Trump has not been shy about his feelings for the media. President Trump and CNN's Jim Acosta faced off yesterday, about a month after Trump did not allow him to ask a question. Trump and Acosta went back and forth on topics such as WikiLeaks and thoughts on fake news. Local reporters are reacting to how the president has been handling his interactions with the media.
Perceived as an attack on the press. It's hard to perceive them any other way, as anything but an attack on the freedom of the press and the integrity of the press, and that's a terrifying thing as a journalist.
Acosta did say that neither he nor CNN had any hate towards Trump. But sometimes the media can be useful. The popular fundraising site GoFundMe is making it easier for college students to pay off their tuition. They created a guidebook to help college students build a successful campaign. According to GoFundMe, more than 130,000 campaigns are created to raise money for school. In the last 3 years, the guidebook includes both national and state data, as well as step-by-step instructions to launch a successful campaign.
Wish I would have had some of that
Right.
back when I came to college, but
Almost done now.
yeah, we're going to graduate soon. Coming up, this Columbia animal shelter is taking steps to send more animals to forever homes. See how the changes are helping these animals next.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards!
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it comes.
Oh, no!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, Let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you.
Let's go.
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
A Lexington man is now facing burglary charges after police say he stole a case of scratch-off lottery tickets from a convenience store. Frank James Sturkey turned himself in after seeing the surveillance video from inside that store. The alleged theft happened back in December, and deputies believe the man recorded taking the tickets tried to cash them in the next day in Clarendon County. Officials noted that lottery tickets cannot be redeemed after they are stolen. Several KKK flyers have been found on Clemson University's campus. The flyers are being circulated on social media, and they appear to urge students to join the hate group. Clemson President James Clements denounced the flyers in a statement this morning. Clements says that while Clemson encourages full exposure to a full spectrum of ideas, there is no room at Clemson for actions meant to intimidate students. Similar flyers were found spread around campus last year.
The annual National Eating Disorders Association Walk is back. The walk will begin this Saturday on Green Street in front of the Russell House at 10. The cost is $15 for students and $25 for adults. All proceeds will be going towards funding cures and prevention methods. A 2015 study showed that nearly 60% of animals in Colombia-run shelters were euthanized. The city of Columbia is offering a new special on pet adoptions to reduce those numbers and ultimately get rid of kill centers altogether. Braylee Johnson gets down with the dogs.
For most people, finding the perfect pet is a difficult decision. But for Sarah Williams, the choice was an easy one.
Who couldn't want her?
Williams has 2 shelter dogs at home, but after meeting Nafa, she decided that she needed a third.
Spent about 3 weeks finding her, and about a week waiting on her to pass all her tests. And then we got her, and she's been a perfect fit.
But many animals don't meet their perfect fit. In Richland and Lexington counties alone, over 15,000 animals enter shelters every year. And of those animals, nearly 57% are euthanized. But the city wants to change that number.
The city of Columbia is trying to help dogs like these get adopted. They're offering deals on animals to help Columbia shelters move away from being kill centers.
Columbia shelters have dropped the price of adopting animals from about $70 to $35 in an effort to get more people to adopt. Animal Services Director Marley Drum says that by dropping the prices, she hopes that they can make pet adoption easier for everyone.
We didn't want to have really any barriers for the public to want to come in and get something. So
for Williams, helping shelters move past euthanizing is all too important.
They're just like people. They have feelings.
Drum says that helping these animals get into a home is a win for everyone.
It's a great feeling because these animals coming into the shelter, it's we're sort of the last stop for the train for some of these animals, and we really want to see them get that second lease on life.
Columbia is offering the promotion for the rest of 2017 so that more animals can have their own happy ending. Braylee Johnson, Carolina News.
Columbia shelters are also having a sale on pet adoptions for St. Patrick's Day next month. You can visit the City of Columbia's website for more information about the promotion.
What better to do in this awesome weather than take a dog out and go for a walk? Brian Solomon, what's the weekend weather looking like?
This weekend it's going to be great to go out, walk a dog, go play in the park. But Saturday night we might see some showers. I'll tell you more about it next.
The women we love, the women who love us, they are dying. Heart disease is our #1 killer, taking more lives than all forms of cancer combined. But we have the power to save those lives, our lives, because the greatest force for women is women. It's time to stand together, to fight harder, to shout louder. It's time to go red for women.
Who doesn't want a shiny new electronic device? Sure, back home there's a garage or a basement full of old electronics that we don't talk about. But old electronics aren't garbage, and they're not useless. They're full of parts and materials that can be recycled into new electronics or donated to some wonderful causes. That flip phone and old computer can still live on. Recycling electronics is the green thing to do. It's the right thing to do, and it's so easy. Log on to greenergadgets.org and enter your zip code to find the recycling center nearest you.
Explain this to me again.
Okay, we got hammered today, right?
Yeah?
Well, so did a lot of our fans. They go to each other's homes and have game-watching parties.
What he's saying is, while Bob was out there getting blitzed, sorry, Bob.
It's okay.
Our fans were getting blitzed.
Why do you think we're still in these pads? They're out there driving home now, too.
Game-watching parties can make drunk drivers. Pass up that drink or pass off your keys.
ALS is a tough disease to fight, relentlessly progressive. We have no therapy for it. And virtually everyone who gets the disease ultimately succumbs to it. How do we stop this? How do we break through ALS? The ALS Therapy Alliance has been instrumental in discovery and treatment. The issue is being willing to take risks where we think there's a very high payback. We are a team of fighters. Randy is a fighter. Help us break through ALS.
Thank you.
A powerful storm is sweeping across California, bringing even more flooding to an already drenched state. Storms are predicted to batter Southern California through Saturday, particularly around the Oroville Dam. Authorities have been draining the dam since Tuesday, trying to prepare for the billions of gallons of water that could come back to the lake. Residents are also preparing for disastrous conditions by stockpiling necessities for anyone who is forced from their homes. Authorities report they have been working around the clock to prepare for record rainfall today and tomorrow by repairing damages to the spillway and stocking up rocks and sandbags to guide the water. Well, thank God that flooding wouldn't be here, because we would have missed out on 3 great days of baseball.
Yeah, that's some great weather for
do we
baseball
have good
tomorrow.
weather for
That's very true. Well, the games start today, right? And currently in Columbia, it's perfect weather for some baseball. It's nice, 72. There's a soft wind to cool it down a little bit, and there's a little windy today, but 6 miles isn't too bad. But it's been a great day. And currently throughout the whole state, it's just a great weather day for the whole state. Down on the coast, we have 67 in Charleston and Hilton Head. In the middle of the state, we have 71 in Aiken, 72 in Orangeburg. If we go in the upstate, it gets a little cooler, 67 in Florence. We got 67 in Rock Hill, 69 in Greenville. But it's really nice. It gets cooler in Myrtle Beach, but it's been beautiful across the state. But the reason why it's been so nice, so we're going to start looking down in that bottom right corner. That high is what brought in that rain a couple of days ago. That's gone. We don't have to worry about that. That high right next to it, that's what's giving us some really nice temperatures. In the front of it, it's bringing this nice warm temperatures that we've been experiencing. In the back end, it's been bringing this rain that you see on top of Louisiana. But that's going to be moving into us. And then so we're going to be talking about that in the next couple, we're going to be focusing on that in the next couple of days. And we also have this low behind me. That's a upper atmosphere disturbance. And what that's going to do, we're predicting tomorrow it's going to come down, it's going to form into a low. So that, along with the rain that you see on top of Alabama and Georgia, that's going to move east. So as that high moves east, it's going to bring in some rain, and that's what we should be expecting to see tomorrow night. So as it gets later in the day tomorrow, that rain should be coming to South Carolina. You might see some rain tomorrow night, but we shouldn't see too much rain at night. You might see a couple raindrops. And then this low over here, that's going to be coming in. That's going to be bringing even more warm temperatures and maybe even some cloud cover next week, keeping the evenings warm. And so if you look at tonight's going to be probably the coldest day of the next few days. All right, so we have 51 degrees down in Hilton Head, 49 degrees in Charleston. In the upstate, it's going to be a little cooler, 42 in Rock Hill, 45 in Greenville. In the middle of the state, it's going to be around 46, mid-40s. And tomorrow is going to be another great day for baseball, another great afternoon game. In the coast, we have 72 in Hilton Head, 71 in Myrtle Beach. Upstate, we have 69 degrees in Rock Hill. We have 73 degrees in Florence. It's going to be beautiful if you're over there. In the center state, it's going to be mid to high 60s, 69 degrees in Orangeburg. But these next 5 days, it's going to be absolutely beautiful, all right? Honestly, I think Puxatawny Phil must have gotten it wrong, because if you look at it, 71 tomorrow, 77 on Monday, and 76 on Wednesday. So it's going to be great. It's going to be just a great weekend looking out.
I love it. That's the best weathercast I've seen in the past few days.
Yeah, it's
good
thank
weather
you.
is good news.
The good weather makes a good weatherman. So
It does.
It does, doesn't it?
Agreed, absolutely.
Coming up next on sports, Dawn Staley and the Gamecock women's basketball team is looking to bounce back after their loss to UConn as they host Vanderbilt in Colonial Life Arena.
Adopt a dog, adopt a big dog, unless you have a small apartment. But if you have a little grass, get off your ass. Adopt a dog, adopt a dog, adopt a big dog, and you will have a bigger friend. Adopt a dog, adopt a big dog, give him a home he can defend.
I just walked by and I said, "What's happening, guys?" And they told me they were making music.
It's the way you walk, it's the way you talk. I like his music.
They said I could play, so any chance to play at all. You know, that's my life. I love music.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Well, it seemed like the Gamecocks bounced back pretty well last night. They were looking good.
Yeah, they most definitely are getting back in their groove.
Absolutely.
They sure looked like it after that dominating performance last night. USC women's basketball team is looking to rebound from their loss to UConn with a victory against Vanderbilt on Thursday night.
The Gamecocks rocked the pink unis in honor of breast cancer awareness, and they rocked the Commodores. In the first, Kayla Davis goes hard to the hole, gets the bucket, and draws the foul. Moving on to the second, Danye Kleine picks Vanderbilt's pocket, then goes coast to coast for the easy deuce. Later on, Davis dishes this nasty no-look pass to Alicia Gray. She had 11 points on the night. Take a look at this stellar defense by Bianca Cuevas-Moore. She dives for the loose ball, passes it to Elena Coates, then an outlet pass up to Taisha Harris, and she banks it in from the low block. Cuevas-Moore was not done as she fires a laser to Coates down low for the easy bucket. And listen to this, if Vanderbilt misses this free throw, everyone in the arena gets a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. And the crowd goes wild. Gamecocks roll in this one, 82-51. Here's head coach Dawn Staley after the game.
For how our team has played this season, the pieces that we've had to put together and gel, for them to put us back in this position, I think it's a great accomplishment.
The women remain tied for first in the SEC standings and will travel to Columbia, Missouri on Sunday to take on the Missouri Tigers. You can catch that game on ESPN2 at 3 o'clock. The South Carolina men's team is also looking to bounce back in their next game against Vanderbilt. The Gamecocks have now lost 2 of their last 3 games and are no longer in control of the lead in the SEC standings, but Frank Martin urges his team not to be down on themselves.
I don't know about you, but when I was young and things got hard, I used to kind of like drop my shoulders a little bit, and I needed people in my life to make me understand that's not going to help you. Figure it out, straighten up, go.
South Carolina men's tennis team looks to continue their perfect start to the semester with their match against NC State. The match is currently underway against the Wolfpack, and the Gamecocks are looking to build on their doubleheader sweep of Old Dominion and South Carolina State last Friday. And buy your peanuts and Cracker Jacks, folks. Baseball season is here. South Carolina begins their season with a 3-game series against the UNC Greensboro Spartans. Their first game is currently underway with junior Clark Schmidt making the start, And junior Will Crow will be making the start on Saturday, his first start since 2015 after undergoing Tommy John surgery and missing all of last year. And you know what? As it stands right now, the Gamecocks are up 2-0 in the bottom of the third inning.
It's awesome stuff. I know there's a lot of hype around the baseball team. So
Right, number 4 in the country. Yeah. And there's just something about baseball season. You just go to the games and it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
You just, all worries go away. You're just with your friends and all the other fans there.
Agreed. Coming up, at a New York basketball game quickly becomes a big celebration for one couple.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
She took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
A woman was met with back-to-back surprises at a college basketball game in Albany, New York. Erin Tobin had the crowd roaring when she sunk a half-court shot at halftime, and, might I add, for a $500 prize. But then she turns around to a man dressed in a Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup getting down on one knee. He throws off the disguise and proposes to his lucky girlfriend.
This is probably like the greatest moment ever.
That is one hell of a halftime celebration.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's better, making the half-court shot or getting proposed to?
Well, I haven't met the guy, so I'm going to have to say making the half-court shot.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm a girl, so I would have to take the ring.
I would go with that.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for being with us.
Have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow.